Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to give you a break from seeing my face and rather show you what I get up to with my clients. In this video I'll be featuring the very lovely Janet, so to see her beautiful transformation, keep watching. Her face has been washed and cleaned up already, so I start off by priming her skin with Embryolisse Lait Creme Concentre. Then I move on to the brows. As we can see, her brows are quite full, so less work is required to be done. So using a spoolie, I brush through her brows, arranging and placing her hair strands in place. Then I outline her brows using a brow gel. This particular gel dries really fast, as it is a long wear and waterproof product. So it is important that I apply little quantity as I go along and blend it in using the spoolie. I apply in stroke-like motion to create the illusion of hair strands, therefore achieving a natural brow look. Using a flat angled brush, I then highlight underneath her brows. I use a concealer shade about a tone or 2 tones lighter than her complexion, and I clean around her lower brow area. Then I blend out using a blending brush. Moving to her eyes, I start off by applying the same concealer shade used for her lower brow area all over her eyelids. This is to give her lid area a uniform shade which is light enough to pick up colors. I set the concealer with a setting powder to give the skin a smooth surface for eyeshadow products. I apply my first transition shade, which is a warm orange color. I place this color all over her crease and I work it into her outer corner. This is to create a smooth transition from her skin tone to the other bolder colors I would eventually apply. Next, I apply a dark brown color to her outer V area and I blend it into her transition shade. I then further intensify the outer V area by adding a black shadow and blending it into the other colors. By doing this, I am creating an illusion of lifting the outer corner of her eyes and essentially lifting the face from the side. Then using the transition shade, I blend out the corners. Next, I apply a pink matte shadow over her eyelids. The shadow was not as pigmented as I hoped it would be, despite how it appears on camera, and it had a lot of fallout as well, so I did not want to pack on the product to achieve the pigment. So rather, as you will see later on, I decided to overlay the shade with a shimmery pink shadow which had better application and rested smoothly on the lid. I then smoked out the outer corners a bit more and ensured that they were all blended in properly. Afterwards, I lined the upper lash line with a black gel liner. Next up, I applied some glitter glue, and then I placed this beautiful pink shimmery, I don't even know what to call it, but it's not glitters, but it's so pretty. I usually, when I'm using glitters, I usually put the glitters before I line, but this product is much thicker and more difficult to line if applied before, so that's why I applied it afterwards. I then used that same transition shade color and just cleaned around the crease area. Then I applied some mascara to her natural lashes, just brushing them out because they were super curly, so just brushing them out so lash application can be easy. Then I popped on false lashes. After placing falsies, it's essential to go back in with mascara and just brush your natural lashes in with the falsies to ensure that it blends and merges perfectly. Using plain facial wipes, I cleaned off any fallout products from the eyeshadow application and reapplied the primer all over her face. After this, I applied some loose powder all over her face to lock in the moisture and prevent oiliness. I then proceeded to apply foundation on her face. I applied the foundation in sections and I used the beauty blender to blend it in. Using a flat angle brush and foundation, I cleaned the top of her brow and also blend that in with the beauty blender. I use a smaller brush and still take foundation to apply at the lower corner of her eyes because this area is usually difficult to get into with a large brush. After full application of foundation all over her face, I then proceed to highlight areas of her face that I want to bring light to. So underneath her eyes, the bridge of her nose, the chin and forehead, I do this with a concealer shade 2 shades lighter than her complexion. I then bring back some definition to her face by contouring the sides of her chin, the bridge of her nose, and warmly the temples of her forehead and the sides of her chin. After properly blending out the contoured area, I apply some setting powder to the areas that I highlighted. I then line her waterline using the black gel liner, and then I smoke out her lash line using a very dark purple shade. I then dust off the excess from the setting powder applied in the various areas. Then I use a face powder all over her face and also a contour powder to set the contoured areas, and I blend it all in. I apply some blush to her cheeks and then I spray some setting spray all over her face to set the whole products in properly. I then come back to her eyes and lightly extend the liner in the inner corner of her eyes. Then using a lip brush, I apply a wine-colored matte lip gloss all over her lips. And then after the full application of this product, I go back in with a clear lip gloss to gloss up the appearance of the lips. After this, I then apply some highlighter to the areas of her face that I want to glow up, and that completes the look. Unfortunately, I was unable to record the tying of the Gele for this look because my battery was running low, but this was her final look with the Gele for her wedding ceremony she was attending. So this is the Nigerian wedding guest look. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you enjoy seeing me do stuff like this, just let me know. Thanks guys. Bye.